Do you need police, fire, medical?
This is Seminole Ave Police. Road.
All right, we do have units en route to you, ma'am. Is he still there?
Yes, he is, and he's trying to shut the garage door on me.
Is he inside now?
No, he's in his car, and he continually has his hand on his gun, and he keeps saying, "Step closer." He's just threatening all of us with his firearm, and he's going to shoot us.
George Zimmerman accused of threatening his family, his in-laws, soon-to-be ex-wife Shelley Zimmerman. Look, she recanted on her story, okay? First she saw a weapon, then she didn't see a weapon.
And he continually has his hand on his gun, and he keeps saying, "Step closer." He's just threatening all of us with his firearm, and he's going to shoot us. He's got his hands in the air. He's not touching his weapon.
Okay.
Which, in order, I guess according to Florida state law, in order to
Hey, what's up, folks? Tyrone here with another video. I'm making this video to Painlessrisen, and I'm making this video because I seen your video on the latest Zimmerman incident, his detainment for the domestic dispute at his house. And since you do a lot of speculation, let me speculate, is that there's no question that he had a gun on him, because that's what she told the 911 operator.
And he continually has his hand on his gun, and he continually has his hand on his gun, and he keeps saying, "Step closer." He's just threatening all of us with his firearm, and he's going to shoot us. He punched my dad in the nose. My dad has a mark on his face. I saw his glasses were on the floor. He accosted my father, and then took my iPad out of my hand and smashed it and cut it with a pocket knife. Dad, get inside the house. George might start shooting at us. I don't know. He's got his hands in the air. He's not touching his weapon.
Okay.
And then there's no question that he was threatening to shoot them, because that's what she told the 911 operator.
He's just threatening all of us with his firearm, and he's going to shoot us.
And we all know that it's illegal to lie to the 911 operator. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Now, my speculation is this woman had pressure put on her by the powers that be, i.e. the Koch brothers, because that's who paid for Zimmerman's defense. He couldn't afford to have no high-priced lawyer run his case the way they ran it. See, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about how the powers that be was able to spend enough money to get that man off on a murder charge. See, that's not in the news. That's not getting circulated anywhere, but it's facts. And more facts is the American Legislative Exchange Council. George Zimmerman solicited money from them for his defense fees, which is heavily tied to the Koch brothers. But when George Zimmerman's acquittal happened, the Koch brothers threw the ALEC under the bus, trying to distance themselves from it. See, you don't speak of none of that, and that stuff is very important when it comes to the gun lobbying and how this guy got away with murder. But you continue to try to insult people's intelligence by skimming the top and trying to blame everything on this 17-year-old innocent kid. You fucking moron. So my confusion with you is, why do you steadily insist on getting this camera and muddying up the waters in this case? And you went on to steadily insult Trayvon Martin are calling him a thug, and in your eyes, from your videos, he deserved what he got. Now let me give you my point of view on that. Trayvon Martin was a 17-year-old boy who got killed while walking home from the store with a drink and some candy. He was a high school student. He wasn't a thug. Even if he was a semi-thug, as you put it, or wannabe thug, or on the way to be thug, that doesn't mean he deserved to get a bullet in the chest. Let's just say he was a thug. You have limitations as a high school student on being a thug. If you were thugging in high school and doing shit wrong, I'm pretty sure you'll get detention. Now how many thugs you know sit in detention? Which makes your argument stupid, because you can't blame this young kid who obviously had no ill intent. He didn't have the weapon. The criminal had the weapon. Legally, I might add. And the reason that he legally had the weapon is because the powers that you worship allowed him to have the weapon. You go on to mention in your video Sabrina Fulton, Trayvon's mom, making a song for her deceased son, as if there is something really wrong with trying to hold on to the memory of a lost loved one. This is the sickness in you. You have no compassion for that mom that lost her son. You and other black men on YouTube just like you find a way in this modern day Emmett Till event to try to belittle the significance of what happened. You are a sick individual, along with Tommy Sotomayor and David Carroll and any other black man sitting on YouTube taking this position on this case. You go on to say, like many of you, all of you do, and try to incorporate the black single mother into your argument when the black single mother has nothing to do with this case or this argument. It is disgusting how a black man can constantly bash females. If that's your position of talking about females and dead kids, you're pathetic. You should not be breathing the same air that I'm breathing. You're worthless. You are lower than the lowest scum that I can think of. For some reason, it bothers black men on YouTube who black single mothers sleep with. Now let me elaborate on that a little bit, because that's all I hear is about the black single mom. The black single mom is not capable of getting pregnant by herself. So you totally leave out the black dad that goes around and impregnates all these women. And let me elaborate a little bit more, because you are speaking about the black single mom, and as a man, you found the need to marry someone other than a black woman. So in my eyes, this disqualifies you altogether from speaking on these issues. You're not helping. You're not even reaching for solutions. All you're doing is muddying up the waters and causing more confusion, like a bitch. Now this is sad in 2013 that you, obviously an intelligent man, will sit here and find the need to pick on women and dead kids. You are a sick, pathetic individual. You sit here behind this YouTube camera all emboldened while you're in Hawaii, out of the reach of any repercussion of the things you say on this YouTube camera. You're not a brave man for speaking up. You're not doing anything just. You're a coward. And all you do is sit here on this camera and just cause havoc with your words, because now you got a white audience that supports you. I went to one of your white audience's YouTube page today, and I imagine because he was on YouTube, he was talking about Zimmerman, but I imagine because he was on YouTube, he was just a syllable away from calling black people niggers. Now, if that's the kind of audience that you want to cater to, Painless, then you might as well. Well, I don't want this video to get flagged down, so I just don't think you should be breathing the same air that I'm breathing. I'll put it like that. You go on to say that the violence in the black community isn't negated by the George Zimmerman situation. Now, that's another flaw that I find in you guys' argument. And the reason is that the violence in the black community has not one thing to do with the innocent slaughter of that 17-year-old boy. But you guys wave it around like a flag and put it out in front of you and try to have people debate that at a time when we should be concentrating on the laws that let this criminal walk free. See, that's what y'all do, is y'all use facts on top of facts that has nothing to do with the situation at hand to confuse the conversation. Yes, there's violence in the black community. There's violence in the white community. But to use those situations in a time where the discussion should be about the situation at hand, which is this murderer walking free, is dumb, naive, hateful, racist, and disgusting. You know what? I'm not even going to listen to no more of your video. I'm just going to end this one, and I'm going to end it by saying this. The only division between white people and black people is the division you try to put forth when you use the terms like liberal and black people having a victim mentality. And you should understand that just because you regurgitate the white diction and the white understanding and situation of black America, that doesn't make you correct, sir. There is no way you could have a conversation with any real black men with the knowledge that you possess, because you possess the knowledge of a white man. You possess the arguments of a white man. And any of your discussions don't hold a hill of beans in the black community. So in knowing that one black man feels this way about your rhetoric, you should feel invalidated, because I'm pretty sure I do not stand alone when I tell you you do not belong in the black community. Not as long as you got the attitude and the morale and the mindset that you have towards the so-called black community, as you put it, which is a fucking, that's hilarious when you say that, because it's stupid. But I don't know how many videos I want to make about you, but this is a calm one, and I'm trying to be eloquent and articulate as I make this presentation to you, because I don't want this one to get flagged down off of YouTube, because I've had so many flagged down off of YouTube that I made about Tommy. And I haven't had my sights set on you, but the more you make videos and the more that I'm seeing that you're catering to your white audience, and the more that I see that you're putting down your own community, well, I'm using that term loosely, then I see you got problems. Because you've got some black people that are, incorrigible, that might look at you and think that you know what you're talking about, when you actually don't. So in closing, I want to tell you this, Painless, that you are a sorry piece of shit. You're a sorry excuse for a black man. You have no right speaking on black issues, because you couldn't even find it in yourself to marry you a black woman. Even if you say all of them are so-called ratchet, you can't say 100% of them is ratchet, and you can't say that you couldn't take the time to at least look for a good black woman, because they're out there. So other than that, go jump in that damn body of water that surrounds Hawaii and don't come back.
Hey, he, hi, ho, picking cotton all day. Hey, he, hi, ho, just a picking away. Oh, white folks knows I'm working. They know 'twon't be no shirking. He, hi, ho, I knows I'll get my pay. Ain't no use kicking, 'cause I'll be picking till all my children is grown. Then I'll shuffle and skip and shuffle to have a field of my own. All my life I've been making it, all my life. White folks taking it this old hard. They just breaking it, ain't got a thing to show for what I've done, but things get brighter. Skip and shuffle to have a field of my own. All my life I've been making it, all my life. White folks taking it this old hard. They's just breaking it, ain't got a thing to show for what I've done, but things get brighter, don't get lighter. I'll keep on plugging away. Sing my song like I am happy and gay all day. Just tell the world for me, my soul done set me free. That's the song I'll sing till they put me under the clay.
Much as you can before we creep down to collide it again. Your mind deep sleep. Loving to come in at night and haunt me. Don't wanna move, what if I lose? If I put the covers over my head, will it bruise?